Hey guys, Tomboy601, and welcome to a wonderfully interesting game where we get nearly every single ribbon that you can get in this game. We only come short on getting a solo cap, but we do get a assistant cap. So that's the game we have ahead of us, but before we do that and talk about it, let's go ahead and talk about our comment of the day. Comment of the day goes out to one of the comments on our previous video. This one, lightningassault.com comments, it's a great ship and one of the most versatile ships. You can build them to make the primaries to fire decently at range and then go for the kill during the final third of the game. And that is on our USS Massachusetts review. Go ahead out and watch it. It's a long one, 28 minutes long. I like doing long reviews because I like including the history of these ships, because I think that is one of the more fascinating things about this game is the history of the ships. If you haven't watched it out already, go ahead and make sure you do so. So now that we've covered that, let's go ahead and talk about this game. Mutsuki pops up, and guess what? We have long-range cannons, and they are nice and accurate because we are in a Russian cruiser. So we're going to go ahead and give him a couple of love taps there to let him know we can see him, and we're going to hit him. Budyonny pops up next, an enemy or another sister ship, and we're going to go ahead and turn on out, use the good angle on the rear firing of these guns, switch over to AP and slow on down, because he's going to go ahead and turn out and just start showing us broadside. Looks like Mutsuki's torpedoes go ahead and miss us there, and Budyonny just wants to give us that full broadside. Decent hit there, and we've already gotten a defend flag, primary gun hit, and incapacitation. And there's first two citadels of the game. Budyonny taking some big juicy hits. One last salvo to finish him off. Not quite. We're going to have to fire one more time. He seems to not even be paying attention to us. There must be a juicier target out there for him. But we take him out. First blood destroyed. We are down, or we are up to 5 of ribbons that we could get. And now we're going to go ahead and play the objective. Actually, Gaede pops up, and he's a little bit more important than get cap and C. So that's just what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, fire that AP that's loaded, and now switch on over to HE. Fire away. We have the accuracy to hit these destroyers at long range, so we might as well assist. Our guy fires in with the torpedoes, so it's our time. That's our cue to get on out of here. Maybe we can make it into C to help with the cap, but we probably will not make it. Budyonny, great little ship. The biggest unique part about it is the fact that it is a tier 5 ship with radar. It is the only tier 5 ship with radar, and she plays well with it. It's not the longest range, so it kind of plays diametrically opposed to the kind of ship her playstyle is, but it's still a unique thing to go. Mutsuki, we see him pop up. We don't know if we're able to get over it. The mountain symbols there telling us we won't be able to shoot over it, but we still try anyway because we have to at least attempt, because if we can get a couple hits on him, that is always beneficial. Mutsuki pops up again. He's low on health. We're going to start trying to range him, see when we can start firing at him, and waiting on that mountain. Mountain's gone, and it's time to let loose and try to sink the only other enemy destroyer. Little bit of a tail shot, so we need to adjust a little bit further out. We go ahead and do that. Nice long range, and boom, there we go. We take out his propulsion, and he has now been spooked, and he is going to be putting out that smoke, but we can still kind of see where he is. We get the destroy. Both destroyers now gone and taken care of, and now it's our time to move on in. And this is where the siren of damage calls us. This is where we're going to play just a little recklessly, because if we see there are 2 ships hugging the top of this island, and they are hugging real close, which means we are probably going to be able to get in super close. And if there's one thing Russian ships are good at, it is dealing damage with those torps at super close range. They don't have much of a range. They're only 4-kilometer torps, of course. We have 2 launchers, each with 4. Reload time on them, about 70 seconds, and they do 14,400 damage a pop, and they go about 65 knots. So they are some very heavy damaging torpedoes, but we just have to be in range. We are officially in range of the Bayern and the Nuremberg, but we are going to be focusing on the Bayern, and we're just kind of previewing what his speed is, what he's doing. We, of course, are spotted, not taking any hits, but we do know there's a good chance he may hit on us. We're going to go ahead and pop the radar because we're going in for this torpedo strike. We want to be able to see what that other ship is doing, what he's thinking. So we're going to hug this island as close as we can and pray there's no rocks jutting out and see which way he's aiming. And unfortunately, he is aiming right at us when we come around. He's going to go ahead and give us a salvo because we are full broadside to him. He hits us pretty well, but we have those torps, and let me tell you, they are wonderfully damaging, and we take him out. Flipping over to AP Nuremberg is full broadside, let one salvo through. Most of them overpen. We're going to go ahead, turn in, try to angle in on him because he could still go ahead and launch torps, and we just want to be able to avoid them. There we go. In that little exchange, we shot down a plane, got some secondary hits, flooded and hit with torpedoes, and we are well on our way to getting every single ribbon that you can. Kongo firing at us now, and now that we see these battleships, it is time for us to run away. We are the closest thing to these battleships, and we are still somewhat of a paper-thin ship. We are kind of more of a designed to be a kiting cruiser, kind of designed to be at range, and that's what we need to do. We have two friendlies that are entering D, and we are already in D. We're going to go ahead and let them overtake us, because generally enemies won't keep firing at the same ship. They'll fire at either the one that is most broadside or the one that is closest, just because it's an easier target. So we kind of want to make that battleship of ours the easier target for this Kongo to go after, and we're just going to go ahead and just keep running away, try to set some fires on the Kongo. Now, one thing I did not notice, using Kedrov, and we did actually still have EAP active. I've been meaning to take that off all of my classes, but haven't played the Russian cruisers in a while, so we have a very, very low fire chance that we usually wouldn't have. Usually we have about a 74% chance of setting a fire on each salvo, but unfortunately not quite the chance we have right now, because as we can see, we are definitely not hitting a 74% chance of fire after each salvo. But hey, it is what it is. We still do decently. That the battleship now has overtaken us, so that Kongo not gonna really be concentrating on us anymore. We pop off the radar. He is now out of range, and we're gonna keep turning and turning and turning. And you know what happens whenever you try to turn in this game and you're not looking where you're going? That's right. Someone put an island in our way. Damn devs, just putting islands wherever they damn well please. We hit it. Hey, at least it stops us quickly. We're gonna go ahead, back out, and try to get in range of some of these battleships, because it's time. We're with a group. We have decent shots. We have good range. We are a ranged cruiser. It's time to just start concentrating on whatever ship and taking them out and whittling them down. Because when you're grouped together like this, we're the best thing is just to concentrate on one target and eliminate that target as a source of damage for your team. You can go ahead and eliminate one source of damage at a time. Overall, the pure ability of the enemy team to do damage is going to weaken with each ship. You can either, if you think about it this way, if you have 4,000 damage and you can do 1,000 damage per each ship, and you spread that over each ship, well, that's not going to eliminate any ship. But if you concentrate all of that potential damage on one ship, you're going to be able to eliminate his damage per minute from the round, thereby decreasing the overall damage to you. So at this point, we're kind of all concentrating on similar ships. Kongo is up first. We're all shooting at the Kongo, looking to get him down, and then we're going to kind of just move left to right and just start trying to whittle away, and that's how we're going to win this one. Now, something I am noticing, we are losing both C and A. No one took C, so the red team not out of place to score. Kongo goes down there, and Texas pops up. We're going to go ahead and start firing at the Texas. He can't really see us, thanks to that smoke cloud in that Fubuki. Fubuki doing a good game here. He is making sure to slightly stay hidden, but he's also hitting his torps when he needs to, and doing a fairly decent job. We're going to go ahead, fire away. We see those torps are inbound, so if we can get a fire going on the Texas, and hopefully make sure that he wastes that damage control party early and causes flooding long-term on the ship. And it looks like from this, he actually didn't have a damage control party ready to go, and he is going to slowly flood away in front of us and wither away. Texas, pretty much out of the picture, but we want to make sure we get any last ones, and boom. Also, I just noticed I was one away from a Kraken in this game. Damn, spoiler alert, we don't sink any more ships, we just kind of assist. We also pop our radar here because we know that there is a battleship in B, and we can't really rely on the Fubuki for spotting, because if he pops out, he's going to get spotted. He's already low health. He's going to be gone. So if we can go ahead and spot, maybe he's able to get off torps before he has to flee that smoke cloud. Unfortunately, that battleship not within range of the radar. So we're just going to back it up and see if we can get spot by backing up. And either we'll do that, because we have an idea of where he is, right? Running Kuznetsov, we know he is somewhere. We know exactly the heading he's on. We just need to go ahead and establish that line of sight. Queen Elizabeth pops up, and we're just going to go ahead, start firing into that superstructure, try to do some damage. There we go. Get 2 solid hits, up to 86k, and we're just going to go ahead and keep popping up and just doing what we can to assist our team, because we can't really take a full salvo from either of the ships that are left. They're both battleships. We need to somewhat stay hidden. We are, of course, spotted, and now we're noticing something else. C is being captured. So now we kind of have to choose. Do we want to keep engaging the Queen Elizabeth, or try to move forward and start chipping away at whoever's at C and making sure that the enemy team isn't capping it? Of course, at this point, Queen Elizabeth kind of forces our hand. She gets too close to the island for us to be able to fire at her anymore. So it is now our turn. We're going to go ahead, head forward, try to spot whatever is there, and try to start running away from it, because of course we are at close range for this ship and we want to get away, because there's no way we're going to be able to pull off a torp strike. So we need to get away. It ends up being Izmail, and he is very healthy. He's very healthy for this late in the game. So we really need to start running away. Hopefully we can go ahead, kite, and attempt to flee whatever shells, because right now we are definitely looking like a juicy steak to him. And that's what we're just going to do. Full ahead, wait for him to fire, and then do a course change. Doing a decent job, getting some defender ribbons there. We've gotten 12 defender ribbons, which is really nice. And we're going to keep piling them up and run away. Salvo incoming, and that means it is time to change direction. We see they're kind of going off to our starboard side, so we're going to go port. He overshoots us, surprisingly, and I don't think he's going to make that mistake again, but we're just going to keep firing, peppering him with shells, making sure that he's not able to actually cap C, and hopefully we can get him to pull all the way out of the cap, and that way we will still be able to earn points from it, because of course, if there's an enemy in a cap, you no longer win points from it. So we need to kind of lure him out of that area, and he goes ahead, fires again. We turn in starboard thinking that he's going to overcorrect, but unfortunately for us, it's just not our day. He hits us, but we still do decently, earn almost every single ribbon in the game, 100k damage, not too shabby of a game in the Budyonny. I'm definitely happy with that. I hope you guys liked this game. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, follow me on my other social medias, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. All those links down in the description below. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.